Hey Squad, so today I'm going to talk to you about the things that are most likely going to lead to my failure on the Pacific Crest Trail. And while I'm not planning on failing, these are the things I'm going to have to overcome, and the things that if I do fail are going to get in my way. First off, we have the desert. I have absolutely no clue what the desert's going to bring. I know it's going to be hot, I know it's going to be dry, and I know it's going to be cold. Other than that, I don't know. I live in Minnesota. I've never even been to the desert, so I have no idea what to expect whatsoever. I have nothing to base it on. Basically, I don't know. It's just gonna be one of those obstacles I'm gonna have to overcome. Number 2 is the Sierra snow level, which had been high. I think right now it's average. I mean, I haven't checked in a hot minute, but it's gonna be. I think it's predicted to be higher than average. I know at one point it was predicted to be lower than average, but I think right now it's like average. Either way, Sierra snow level is always something that people talk about a lot, and I don't know, it just might be fear mongering, but it's a thing. Either way, there's definitely gonna be snow there, and it's just something I'm gonna have to deal with. I am from Minnesota, so snow is no joke, but I've never really backpacked through it. On the AT, there was like sprinkles of snow here and there, but I never had to like walk on snow, if that makes sense. And the third thing that's gonna be in my way is the fact that it's a long trail. I mean, it's 2,650 miles. That is a long trail, and like the only thing I've done comparable to it is the Appalachian Trail, which is 2,193 miles. So this is like 500 miles longer, and like with that, I don't know. And it's also longer between resupplies. It's longer between water sources, especially in the desert, like I mentioned earlier. It's just longer, and that's just something I'm gonna have to deal with. So I'll have to pick up the pace, which brings us to time. With the PCT, there's a shorter window of time you have to get through the desert, through the Sierra, through Washington even. Like, you have to get through Washington before the snow starts flying up there. So yeah, it's just something you have to deal with. And then people, there's gonna be other hikers out there, obviously, so I won't be alone. But then, like, starting a new trail alone by myself, you're gonna want to like be around other people, and like finding people to hike with can be difficult, and sometimes you will adjust your pace to like focus on people. So I have to focus on me and not get involved in somebody else's hike, not get sucked into whatever. Yeah, I guess the whole thing is not to either it can go either way, really. You not to like be pulled by people to do way too much, otherwise you'll hurt yourself, or not to be pulled back, otherwise you will vortex, you'll run out of money, I don't know, stuff like that. So that's just something to be aware of. And then I guess on the other side of that is loneliness. So if you don't hike around other people, then you're just gonna be lonely. So like, and then you're just gonna be like, why am I doing this, and get off trail because you're lonely. So like, it's a balancing act. All right, number 6. Simply the fact that this is not the AT. This is not the Appalachian Trail. Like, the only thing I can compare it to is the Appalachian Trail. And in my mind, I feel like it's not the Appalachian Trail. So I'm going to, like, constantly be comparing it, obviously. And I have to remind myself that it's its own experience. Whatever happens out there happens for whatever reason, and just because I complete the AT doesn't mean I'm going to be able to complete the PCT. Lots of former AT through hikers have failed on the PCT, and probably vice versa. Yeah, and simply the fact that it's not the same beast. So yeah. Which brings us to number 7 is I don't want it as bad. Like, yes, I do want this. Yes, I am going out there, but when it boils down to it, when I'm having a bad day and I'm on the top of a mountain and it's downpouring on me and I'm wet, everything I have is wet, and stuff, the thought of quitting is going to go through my mind. And the thought of why I'm out here, what's this really about, is going to go through my mind. And simply the fact that I don't want it as bad. I don't know how to describe this. It's just like the want to get to Katahdin is not the same as the want to get to Canada. Like, that's not at the same level. Like, yes, that's the goal. I guess in a way that can be a good thing, because it's not about the journey, it's about the destination. But you need to want that destination. And honestly, I have to be honest with myself, I don't want this as bad as I wanted the AT. Simply what it comes down to. So, like, on the bad day, I'm more likely to give up. And so those are the 7 things that are most likely going to lead to my failure on the Pacific Crest Trail. Again, I do not plan on failing, but if I am, it's probably going to be one of those. So those are just the things I need to look out for. And it's good to have those laid out so I know exactly what I need to attack. I guess that's it. So, PCT, here I come. Till next time, peace.